today, paddle shift gearboxes are absolutely flawless and seamless. But someone had to start somewhere. BMW started with this SMG gearbox. Ferrari had the Enzo and the Challenge Stradale back in 2003 with similar systems. But they just don't work as well as the modern gearboxes. But the manual gearbox is tried and tested, and at the end of the day we've decided that's what we all prefer. I'm James Cottingham. I come from a family of car lovers. We've been in the motor trade for over 40 years, and we're lucky enough to have owned some of the best Ferraris of all time over the years. But as road cars, we've always been a family that have been very fond of Audi Quattros and BMW M3s. And my dad's had every iteration of M3, and as a youngster, when I was learning to drive, an E46 M3 was the thing to have, and of course the CSL was the ultimate, and I never thought I'd have one, but in 2007 when I left university and I made my first commission from my first big car sale, this is the car I bought.
So a lot of people came to me with the SMGs. I'd put different ratio diffs into the cars. I needed to code the cars with the SMG, and I just found the SMG system to be not very user friendly in terms of when you're driving it through town. It's a little bit clunky, it's not nice in traffic. When they fail, they're very expensive, and I just sort of sat down one evening and thought, why not be the best at turning them into a manual car. Buy 180 different new genuine BMW parts that go into the conversion, so there's no scrapyard builds, it's all brand new genuine parts. The only part that comes from an older car is the actual clutch pedal, but we'll fit a new buffer onto that. Everything else is brand new. So the process involves taking the gearbox off the car. We then modify the gearbox so that it has all the shifter mechanism, all self-centering, new clutch and flywheel. We route all of the clutch line with the slave cylinder and the master cylinder, and then there's a coding process to tell the car that it is now a fully fledged manual. I think one of the joys of this conversion is that everything is fully reversible, so we take a lot of care and a lot of attention into taking all of the bits that come out, the paddles, the SMG system, the shifter, all of that sort of thing. That all comes out of the car, gets bagged and tagged, goes back with the customer, so that if they do ever want to revert, it can be done.
Clearly BMW weren't quite sure whether they were going to make this an SMG or manual, because everything is bolt-on. The clutch pedal fits onto the pedal box and it's got the bracket there for it. So that's nice that everything's completely reversible, but equally completely fittable with ease, and you wouldn't know. You look at the car, it looks like it should have been a manual from new, and we can always put it back. So for me, there is absolutely no problem with this conversion. We can go straight back, and Dara's done a fabulous job. So I love the fact that a CSL is so versatile. It's slightly raw. On the road it feels lightweight but stiff, but slightly challenging, but not over the top, not uncomfortable. And then when you get to a track, it feels absolutely in love with the track and perfect. But now it's got the manual box, it just feels right for every occasion. I'm going to be driving this car every day because every time I get in it, I want to turn the traction control off and I want to be seeing 7,000 revs, using the gearbox and treating every journey like a special stage. So this car is going to get used again.